Welcome to Access Moneynomics by Axis Mutual Fund.
Did you know that direct tax refunds grew 68% last year compared to the year before? We can see how much potential there is for people to save tax. But a lot of people have trouble saving taxes and might be paying more than necessary. Do you feel like you're one of them? Do you get a decent salary but you get so little in hand every month? Well, let's talk. Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of Access Moneynomics. This is your host and money mentor Rashmi from Axis Mutual Fund. In this episode, we are going to talk about getting more income in hand. Yes, that's one way to say it. Because when you save taxes, you are essentially adding more money to your personal income. Do you have trouble sorting out your taxes? We'll discuss about some common ways in which salaried people can save their taxes. Before we can start, may I ask you to add this podcast to your playlist? Because we have a lot more in store for you. Every year, we tend to get perplexed with these questions like, how do I file my income tax returns? Is all my paperwork in order? How does this tax filing website work? Oh no, it's already the last day and you feel a little lost, right? Understandably, income tax can seem complicated to many. And with some parts of the system changing every year, accountants too need to stay updated with newer rules. In short, a lot needs to be done and known in order to file income tax returns. But we are getting to the good part. Yes, you can save taxes if you are smart about it. Let's talk about some active steps you can take in this direction. The first thing we need to learn is what tax deductions are and which tax deductions can we use. Tax deduction basically lowers the total amount of tax that you need to pay. Okay, now I have a good one. Why didn't Sherlock Holmes pay a lot in taxes? Because he made brilliant deductions. Get it? So there are various sections of Income Tax Act 1961 that allow you to claim deductions up to specified limits. You can educate yourself on these on many different tax planning websites. Some popular sections for tax deductions are 80C, 80D and 80G. Bear in mind that you ought to get the latest information on these from wherever you are sourcing your information. Now, you should know that there are two income tax systems operating simultaneously in India. The new tax regime is simpler, but it does not allow deductions. This system may be better for those who don't want to complicate the income tax return process and don't have deductions to claim. In this year's budget, the government has proposed to add newer slabs and reduce tax burdens on some of the slabs sizably. Now, for those who want to opt for the old regime, you need to know how you can take advantage of deductions. You can claim tax deductions of up to a total of Rs 1,50,000 by investing in Public Provident Fund, National Pension Scheme, Employees Provident Fund, Equity Linked Savings Scheme, popularly known as ELSS, and any other valid options under Section 80C. Investing in these schemes can have lock-in periods that you need to be aware of. Also, some of these investments may offer scope for wealth creation over the long term. Further, health insurance premiums that you pay for yourself, your spouse, your children, or your parents are tax deductible up to a limit under Section 80D. You should know that the interest and principal repayments on your loans also can be claimed as deductions up to an extent under Section 24, Section 80EEE and Section 80C. You can save taxes by investing in long-term term deposits as well. Also, you can claim deductions by making certain types of donations. We have given you a lot of information and a lot to think about. If you are new to this and having trouble wrapping your head around it, you may want to speak to a chartered accountant or your financial advisor. Alternatively, you can also ask a chartered accountant to file your income tax returns for you. Okay, Now let's quickly summarize what we talked about. Tax saving is not as complex as it seems. You can opt for either the new tax regime or the old tax regime. If the system seems too complicated, consider opting for the new tax regime while filing your taxes. Speak to a chartered accountant because yes, it is worth it. Save taxes through long-term investments that also aid wealth creation. Well, that's all for today, folks. I hope you can add a little to your income by being smart about your taxes. Until then, this is your host Rashmi signing off. Before you leave, make sure you don't miss any money secrets we have to share. Subscribe to our channel and playlist our podcast, Access Moneynomics. Do it now. And of course, also share it with anyone you think will benefit from our talks. You just listened to the 4th episode of Access Moneynomics by Axis Mutual Fund.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.